Have a brand new episode of The Last of Us that did air yesterday. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, it was extremely interesting what we saw last week, because once again, I believe personally they proved that they're able to still maintain the original plot of the game and tell a different story almost. Then of course, spoilers ahead, spoiler warning. In last week's episode of The Last of Us, it was episode 4. If you watch my last review, or my last comparison to the game, I did say that last week will end where I ended playing at, actually, in my live stream, which you can see right here as well. So at this point, I would say I haven't experienced beyond what we've seen in the show. And because my memory is fairly bad and I haven't played the game in a long time, I honestly don't even remember what's going to happen next. So at this point, it does feel very fresh and very new, which I'm excited for. But with last week's episode, what we got, I feel like, was definitely something new and fresh as far as seeing the leader of the people that Joel ends up having to fight against, which is this bandit camp of just scavengers or people who are trying to knock his head off. And he has to kill these people, but in the game, we never do get to see who is their leader, who they ride for, who's their, person they follow. And we see in the TV show that it's this female. I honestly don't remember her name as a character, but it is interesting to see that even brought up in general. A lot of the part of the game that they're crossing over right now, you're murking mad dudes. If you look in my last live stream in that part of the game, you are killing a lot of people. And just in general, you're just more fighting. It's the action part of the game. And for the little bit of action we get in this, for the most part, there's a lot of Joel and Ellie chit-chatting back and forth in this episode. Overall, I say it's a good episode. I do enjoy it. As far as where I put it, it's definitely not what I thought it was going to be. I will say that for sure. There is a part of the episode where the bandit camp, they see something in their territory, which is something that I haven't seen in the game at all. When the ground is moving and there's something under the ground, I don't know if it's like a spore or whatever it is. They didn't really go too much into it. They just said, yo, we got to keep this on the low. I don't know if you guys know what happened in that scene or what that is a part of, but I watched the episode, I rewound it. I tried to figure out what that was. I don't know what that is. But overall, I say the episode was pretty good. As far as character development, we do see things in this episode that we didn't really see in the game. When Ellie, that scene where she has to save Joel, essentially, in the game, is very quick as far as Ellie murdering that guy. Whereas in the show, she didn't even kill this dude on the first shot. He was begging for his life. That scene was incredibly intense in the show and was great fucking TV. At that same aspect, adding the weight into why these people in the camp are trying to find Joel, because you'll notice when I'm playing the game, you hear them being like, we're gonna find you, motherfucker. Them taking it really personal that Joel's taking their heads off and killing all their people. Once again, you never see who these people ride for in the game. And so with the show adding that layer, I do appreciate that. Us getting that character development and context, it's amazing. So far, all the actors, I think, are killing it A1. I think it's interesting that they did cast a female as this leader of this group. Once again, them not giving a fuck what most fans of the game might say about making a female the leader of this clique. I fuck with it. I fuck with the choices so far they've been making. I've been enjoying it. Really good episode. Now I think it's time to get into some actual real life The Last of Us for sure. That's one thing, the last episode, that I forgot to mention in this review, but they killed it with the joke book. The joke book that she's been using, and they've been really good. I wonder if it'll be something they keep throughout the entire series or just for that episode, but the joke book was killing it. I fuck with that. I enjoyed it in the game a lot, so it's good to see how they brought that into the show as well. Kudos to them. Don't forget to comment, and subscribe if you're just watching the review. If you want to check any of my other live streams, you got to make sure you do that as well, because this game is fucking insane. Yeah.